Welcome back to another Professional Picks college basketball video. March Madness is here, and we're officially in the round of 64. So we're going to give you guys our best 5 bets for opening week. First game we're looking at is Michigan against Colorado State. Colorado State's the better seeded team here, but they're still the underdogs, and I definitely agree with that. I think Colorado State's a good team, but this is a horrible matchup for them. Dickinson and Diabate should be able to score all game in the paint. Colorado State's tallest player is 6'9", and their best rebounders are 6'5". Best player, David Roddy there. I expect a really slow game. Colorado State plays good defense, but I just don't see how they're going to be able to guard the post in this one. And Colorado State's pretty good at free throws, but they haven't played a team like this in the front court. Michigan fell apart in the end against Indiana. Otherwise, I think they would have won that game and then beat Illinois in the next one. Kind of surprised they made the tournament, but for that reason, I think they come out here and prove why they belong. Taking Michigan -2.5 for this game. Moving along, we got Marquette against North Carolina. I think Marquette's the worst 9 seed, sitting at 19-12, while on the other hand, UNC is on a 5-game win streak and really forced themselves into the tournament, even at this 8 seed. It was always going to take some time for Hubert Davis, first-year coach, but I think they finally figured it out. And I think they're even going to beat Baylor in the round of 32 in the next game with Chamwa Chachua, his injury. Baylor has just not been a good rebounding team. And when they've been out-rebounded, they've pretty much lost every game. I really like North Carolina's draw here. Justin Lewis and Casey Marcel are their 2 best players, but I just don't see them hitting enough threes to stay in this one. Just North Carolina is the much overall balanced team. Taking North Carolina -3 for that game. Next, we got Murray State against San Francisco. And just looking at this, Murray State's only lost a couple games all year, and they haven't played good competition, but I think this is a really good matchup for them. 2 best players, Tevin Brown, KJ Williams, provide the 1-2 punch in the front court, and they're going to come out aggressive here. San Francisco, on the other hand, very balanced team led by Jamari Bouye. But looking more into the stats, San Francisco's been a really good perimeter defense team, but I just don't see that really coming into a factor this one. Murray State's going to play inside. They're going to try to score in the paint all game, similar to my pick with Michigan. I see Murray State pulling this one out. And that's a little reflected in the spread. I think Murray State's weaker opponents on the year has this one a little bit closer, but I think Murray State will cover the -1.5. And just also looking at these 2 teams, San Francisco's played better competition on the year, but they've lost a lot of those games, whereas Murray State has the better win of both these teams, with Murray State picking up a W against Memphis, taking Murray State -1.5. Our 4th game, we got Loyola versus Ohio State. I'll keep this one really simple. Everybody loves betting on Loyola now, especially when it comes to March Madness. They've been a force for the last few years, but they're a completely different team. They lost their coach, Porter Moser, and they actually have the youngest coach in all of Division I basketball. I don't think that's going to fare too well for them. Lucas Williamson is one of their sole remaining guys from their run a couple years ago. It's just not the same team. A lot of people are down on Ohio State, but Ohio State loses to good teams or good post teams. But Loyola doesn't really start any big centers or posts. They have a couple 6'7" forwards, and that's literally the same size as EJ Liddell, who plays mostly on the perimeter, a little bit inside-out game. I don't think anybody on Loyola is going to be able to shut him down. I think it's a really good matchup for Ohio State. I'm not going to overthink it. Ohio State +1.5. I'm going to take a money line even. I think they easily win this game. And then rounding us out, we have Virginia Tech versus Texas. The Hokies are hot. I doubt they would have made the tournament without their ACC run. They were really just disappointed for pretty much all the season, and they started hitting their threes at the end. So that's a big factor. They could still stay hot from the perimeter and win this one, but I think they're going to come a little bit back down to earth. We got the X Factor player listed there, Hunter Couture, and he really is the X Factor. Their best player, Kiva Luma. He'll be solid pretty much every game, but you don't know what you're going to expect from Couture. He could hit a couple threes, miss all of them, make a bunch. I just think there's too much variability with them. Texas has a great defense. Their defense has showed up every single game all season. Virginia Tech's too inconsistent for me. I'm going to take the 6 seed here, +1.5. And then for that reason, again, I think Texas is going to win. I'm going to take a money line. And then just here's the round out of our card. Taking Michigan. We're going to take North Carolina, Murray State, Ohio State, and Texas. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a quick one. Just want to get these picks out before the game started. Please let me know what you're taking in the comments. If there's any other matchups you guys are interested. And as always, we have our partnership with Prize Picks. You can see there on the left, they'll match your first deposit up to $200 using our promo code PROPICKS. It's a daily fantasy app used in betting in illegal states such as Texas, California, and Florida. I should definitely give it a look if you haven't already. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I wish you guys all good luck this week.